Hi, this is Joseph. It's Thursday, November 20th, 2014. We're currently trading during the New York session, and I wanted to bring to your attention a few trades that we're working on. Right now, we've got an open position on the dollar yen, and we're going to see how that one comes out. Now, with the tight ranges that we're looking at, and this is something that I mentioned in the last update, but the tight ranges that we see across the board on most currency pairs, I'm not using anything larger right now, anything larger than approximately a 20 pip stop, maybe 21, 22 pips. That's about as much as I'm willing to risk on trades right now in this environment. We did have a trade that we closed just a few hours ago. We earned approximately 18 pips on that trade. Let me show you that one quickly. So we're looking at the euro dollar. This is the trade that we just closed recently, approximately 18 pips. It was a move to the upside, and it was before the economic data. So it was a bounce off of this pivot point down here at approximately the 1.2500 level, right around in there. It spiked down as low as 2 or 3, and it was really providing a general area or a range of support in here. And this is something that we were talking about yesterday, is that we had a couple of options. We might trade or be able to trade a bounce off of the previous day's low or this support level here to the upside for a short-term trade, or if candles start closing below this support level here, which is at approximately 1.25, where was that level right in here? We had a previous level in here of 25, 23, and then we adjusted it here with that last spike low here. And we did mention these two levels here yesterday, the 1.2523 and then the 1.2510 approximately, and you can see that none of the candles really close below that support level. And then there's also the major psychological level. So we were looking at several different layers or levels of support. Sometimes support isn't an exact number. Sometimes it's a range or a pocket of support is what I like to refer to. Support and resistance. Sometimes it's just a pocket or a range, and we had multiple levels of support here. So once we had that candle pattern, that reversal candle pattern, we traded this back up to the upside for approximately 18 pips, and that was before, again, that was before the economic data this morning, where it spiked down and then shot back up. So we still have that open trade on the dollar yen. Now we're looking for an opportunity to possibly trade maybe something on the dollar, on the pound dollar. When we go to the pound dollar, let me open this trade right now. This is my 1 hour time frame for the pound dollar. And you can see it's pretty choppy here, but we are forming that W bottom pattern. If we were to go to a larger time frame, obviously there would be less than, maybe half of the candles, depending on which time frame you're looking at, a 4 hour or a daily chart. But we're seeing a W bottom pattern here. And one of the safest areas for me to get into a trade like this, if you miss the bottom, the right side of that W, is to look for the center point high of this W bottom. And that's right up here at approximately 1.5734. So that created some resistance. Now I did not immediately sell it off of that resistance level and the news. We're waiting to see if this pullback and this spike to the downside is just a head fake, and then it comes back up and maybe closes above that resistance. If it closes above the 1.5734 and we get indicator confirmation, the Bollinger Bands are separating away from each other, the CCI confirms, and the MACD, all three of those indicators that I used for confirmation here on the 1 hour time frame, I may consider going long this pair, and this could potentially earn us approximately 55 pips on this continuation breakout trade here on the pound dollar. So keep an eye on that. Again, I'm not too sure I'm ready to sell it just yet. I'm going to wait a little bit longer, because that could also be the other alternative, is that we don't get a breakout of this range and then it bounces right off of that resistance and comes back down. Trying to get as much information as I can in this video, because I've got a really limited amount of time and I still have some open trades here. So the other area that we're looking at is the dollar index, and we talked about this again yesterday. And one of two things is going to happen in order for us to really see some kind of trend in the other areas with the euro dollar or the pound dollar or the dollar Swiss. Now, obviously, the yen and the yen crosses are going to be moving in their own little direction, and based on the economic data and the comments that come out of Japan. And that is going to have a major impact on that market. But what we're talking about here is to try to determine whether or not we're going to get that breakout on the pound dollar, or if we're going to see some kind of trend in the euro dollar. So to do that, I really want to keep coming back here to the dollar index. This is the US dollar index 1 hour time frame, and you can see we continue to travel inside of this consolidation range. So we either need major economic data that's going to affect the euro or the pound, based on whatever comments come out of their central bank for that dedicated currency pair, or economic data, or we come back to the dollar and we wait to see some kind of reaction where we get the dollar to break out of this range, and then that might help support a move in either direction on the pound dollar or the euro dollar. So that's really what we're waiting for. It's really going to take one of those two things to happen, either data or the dollar to break out for us to see some kind of big move or a trending move for the day on the euro dollar or the pound dollar. So let's keep an eye on that. The next update will probably be during the Asian session. So we are up. We're positive on the day, and we're still looking for trading opportunities. I'm not done trading. We're going to continue to trade for the next few more hours here in the New York trading session.